All right, we are officially streaming, and
What's
now
up, trainers?
we are recording. All right. Oh, a little bit of technical difficulties figuring things out, but we are
Always having them
ready.
typical to give to, aren't we?
Always, always.
It
It wouldn't be us if we didn't have
never
issues. All right.
acts.
So, trainers, hopefully you have had an awesome week. Um, we're back. I'm throwing stuff, y'all. All right. Um,
When aren't you throwing stuff
I
at me,
know.
though?
I know.
Every time you see me, it's something always ends up coming at me.
Man, I'm just dropping all sorts of stuff. All right. So, I know. It would not be me if I didn't do all that. Trying to get things. Apparently, things aren't 100% situated unless you start streaming. Ah, grab the one
Things are
phone.
never. You've only got one phone. I got like four sitting on my desk right now.
Confirm. Yes, it's me. Not now.
What is it? Not letting you stream or something?
I've got a YouTube live control panel and the chat.
Well, I was asking that because I could see you live, but you saying yes, it's me, like you was confirming something with YouTube.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
So I'm looking at both of us on YouTube right now.
Cool. Current viewers. All right, we got all that situated. Cool.
Got one.
Okay.
I think it's just me.
Probably, but that's all right. That's all right. We're recording too, so. All right.
And you do know when you live stream and everything, it does automatically post to your channel, right?
Yeah, I record for clips. Like that, our last video, I'm going back and clipping just the one spot so I can make a short of where we are predicting what the starters are. Like I said, I have the post it note and I've got the time written down.
Time, date, everything.
Everything. All right. So let's start this again. Take two. All right. So, welcome, trainers, to another week of Professor Venture and Ghost Panda. Y'all, I'm so excited. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been looking forward to this all week. I even
He's
texted
not the only
Panda.
one.
It's like, this is what we're gonna talk
See,
about.
see, the funny thing is though, all week and everything, I was having to hold myself together from breaking and telling him that cliffhanger that I left everybody on last week. I was like, nope, I'm gonna keep my word. He's not gonna know nothing until
I
this
still
the
don't.
video slash stream.
I promise y'all,
Oh
I
no,
still do
I kept
not.
strong. I kept strong. I would not tell him squat.
So, if you're just joining us for the first time, last episode we kind of reviewed, speculated over Pokemon Day 2025, including Pokemon Legends ZA, including Pokemon Champions. And even though there was a small amount of stuff for Champions, we were able to get a bunch in there. And then ZA, there's just so much packed into just that short clip. Yeah, that itty bitty package. Just so much, y'all. Like, I'm still coming up with stuff. Even now, we are 2 weeks out from it, and I'm still catching stuff. Like, oh, all right. So, last episode we ended with the cliffhanger from Panda. We were talking about the scene at the end of the trailer where our player character, our trainer, is waking up because the Rotom phone just went off, right?
Excuse
And uh, all of a sudden it says promotional match. And just one quick little detail, if you did notice, in the window in the background behind your phone, your Rotom phone, you see the nighttime sky out the window. And as your phone comes up and says promotional match incoming, the window turns pink.
In the
promotional match
daytime.
incoming. It shows Lumiose Tower with a Pokeball on top of it, and then it glows, and the scene ends. So that's where we're at. So, Panda, what is your thoughts?
Well, I'm still going to stand by what I was saying in the last one when it comes to that. I still foresee it being not. It's going to be NPCs at the same time as there's going. I still think they're going to have an opportunity for you to face other actual players too. I think it's going to be a mix of both, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Especially even though they didn't have that in Legends Arceus, they had no multiplayer at all. Well, no, they had trading. That was about it.
Yeah, they had trading. Oh, there we go.
But
There was
I
also
foresee them.
a thing where we weren't really doing battles either. Like, there was no real battles. We had a handful of regular, just plain Jane battles against NPCs. But I know I have
I
heard several things over the week as well. And one of the things I thought of actually plays into exactly what you're talking about. No joke.
oh
I thought about this
oh
today. So we're talking multiplayer, which again is not a precedent from Legends, especially seeing how we only had the one game. Now we have two coming up. What if, with a multiplayer, an actual multiplayer, what if
we're like you
we take
good.
the raids from Sword and Shield, from Scarvy or Scarlet and Violet, right? What if we take those raid mechanics, but instead of like Terra and Dynamax, we do Megas? Think about it.
Oh,
In the new battle system, you got 4 players with that new battle system, 1 Mega. And usually Megas are bigger. 1 Mega against 4. And maybe it's a super powered Mega. Because there's different forms of Terras and different difficulties to Dynamax, right?
mm-hmm.
So what if it's like, okay, you're gonna face a 7-star Mega Altaria, or a 7-star Mega Tyranitar, like 4 people doing it all at once, and then you got Tyranitar dropping Earthquake.
It could be
I
interesting.
mean, that's one thought I had. Well, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Let's see if they do bring like the raid commandix back. If they do that and everything, and be able to have 4 people fighting a mega and stuff, that could honestly be interesting, especially when you have all this before, like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and everything, where you had all these different um, raids, and also kind of like with Pokemon Go, you've got your uh, mega raids, and now why not transfer all that from the previous games into this one to be able to enjoy it, actually enjoy it with friends, other than like trading.
Yeah,
Because that's the only thing you could really do with Arceus. You couldn't really actually enjoy it with friends. You had to only thing you could do with them was trade. But you had no reason to really trade with friends in Arceus because you had the link cable
you're right.
that did that trade automatically for you. So what was the point of needing trade mechanics in it?
I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. Why? See if you can send me the link to the live real quick. I'm going to post it on X while we're kind of chilling. Because it won't show up on my page because we are currently live.
There you go. It's in the general chat for us.
Cool. Copy link. Share that real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all.
There we go. I even shared it to other things to try to help us get more people.
Hashtag. It might help if I can spell. Just maybe.
You spell never.
I know, right? What is spelling again?
I don't know. What is spelling?
I have no clue, y'all. All right. So, another thing that I was thinking about, right? Talking about that Lumios Tower clip at the end. Okay. Now, this partially, I'm melding an idea in with a theory from Soul Silver Art. So, one thing he was talking about was what if Lumios Tower is some sort of radio signal? Okay. If you look at the top of that Lumios Tower, Prism Tower, whatever, in that clip, there's a Pokeball. First thing that comes to my mind when I see this is I think the radio lightning bolts coming off of it, right? Like a radio signal. What if that radio signal is making Pokemon go wild and just mega? No stones, no nothing. Puts out a signal, makes them mega. And that's what a
Kind of
promotion
like,
match.
how they did with the with Arceus, where they did the frenzies.
Yeah, yeah. What if it's something like that? That could be
Okay.
ZA's version of alphas.
And boss Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Another thing that kind of, again, I just listened to their episode today, so I've got a lot of fresh stuff from them. And one thing that they were actually saying was, which is actually very kind of really interesting. Okay, really kind of interesting, playing off the plot from ZA or X and Y, right? Vinny. What if Vinny is like a cyborg and has the thoughts and mind of Lysander? Okay. Do you remember who Lysander is? What if this crazy lunatic kill everybody or give himself eternal life is in the body of a robot and now wants to do more with the infinity energy from Mega Evolution? So he uses the Lumios Tower to put out this signal, make Pokemon Mega Evolve, and takes his energy and uses it. It's interesting. Now, another theory that I've heard, okay, what if they're trying to use Lumios Tower to create some sort of hole in the time fabric? Think about it. Quasartico. What does that make you think? What does it make you think, Panda? Like, think about it. Like, think about the logo. Think about what it makes you think. Kind of looks like a star or maybe a black hole, a quasar.
Giratina.
Oh, it could be Giratina. Yeah, could be Giratina.
That's what it puts me straight in the mind of. When, especially you saying black hole and stuff, puts me in the mind of Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia.
What about Ultra Beast? Yeah. What about Ultra Beast? So if we're still playing off this, uh, A, possibly either A, being a different legendary, or B, what if it represents Alola? Zygarde's in this, so this is messing with nature, messing with the order, right? Zygarde's there, and Ultra Beast come. Zygarde was in um, Sun and Moon fighting the Ultra Beast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was in Sun and Moon. He went from X and
I haven't
Y
finished.
and went to
I
Sun and
haven't
Moon.
fully played through Moon yet, so I didn't know that.
Yes.
Now I do.
Now you do. And he deals with the
Hmm.
Ultra Beast along with the Tapus. Maybe the Ultra Beast come to ZA because Lysander or Vinny, right, creates this hole. Another thing is, right, what does Jet mean? Jett. That's the woman that is over Quasartica. It has to do with a beam of light inside of a quasar. Quasar being like the black hole time travel or portal opening. What if Lumiose Tower does something along those lines? Now, I'm gonna drop a bombshell on you if you didn't know this. Yeah, yeah. Get comfy because this one, it's like it looks like this much. But when we unpack this, okay, when we unpack this, we get an inside look at the mind of Game Freak. So what is the rating system? Like there's T for teen, E for everyone. What is the rating system for every single Pokemon game?
Rated E for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the rating for Legends ZA has been leaked out as?
Rated M for mature.
Not quite, not quite. We're not quite there yet. Pokemon Company ain't doing that yet. But, but
Rated T for teens.
we're doing E10 plus. So we go from E for everyone, where even in X and Y, where we had Lysander, this Nazi that wants to kill everybody, or like no joke, Nazi that wants to kill everybody, or Cyrus who wants to change the world and was willing to kill everybody to do it, right? And Diamond and Pearl, or I mean, we could literally go through every evil boss person, and it's still rated E for everyone. I mean, we could even just go straight back to Lysander the Nazi. Like, E for everyone? And now we go to Legend ZA and it's E10 plus. Somebody gonna die in this one? I mean, it literally, somebody died in the anime and it was rated E. Lysander died in the anime. So, I mean, is somebody gonna die? Are we gonna? What's gonna happen with an
Are we
E10
gonna
plus?
Are we gonna have the first death in any Pokemon game ever?
I mean, dude, it's
See,
crazy.
now this is gonna have me thinking.
I'm telling you, E10 plus is just it. Like I said, with somebody that's not actually thinking about it, they see E10 plus and it looks like this big, right? It looks like just something so small, like we've been talking about. Itty bitty package of a trailer, this much information, like E10
Yep.
plus, the possibilities.
Open drastically.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it bringing it up from 10, like even the 5-year-old could play to now you should be 10 years old or plus to play
And
this. Now, this could be something. Okay, I'm gonna get comfy here. This could be something so simple and dumb that we're blowing it out of proportion that maybe it's just because of the mechanics of the battle system is why they're making a 10 plus.
Possibility.
But that also opens up a lot of things for Game Freak if they do it the 10 plus. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, it really would open up if they would have done it T for teens too.
oh man, I don't think they're ready for that power. I really don't.
I don't think so.
I don't.
See, I
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think they'd. If I'm being honest, I don't think they'll ever go past rated E 10 plus.
I don't either, but we
We never
never
know.
would have thought. Yeah, Legends is experimental, and it's not made for the usual Pokemon fan. What's to say that in the third Legends Johto, that we don't have T for teen, or maybe even E15? I guess that would be T for teen. Maybe E12. I don't know. I don't know the systems, obviously, but
Rated E for E plus 10, T for teens, rated M for mature.
yeah. What if the next one's T for teen? I mean, dude.
We don't know they'll never go rated M for mature with Pokemon.
Oh, they'll
If
never
they
do
do,
that.
that would be a yeah. If they ever did that, that would be a super surprise. Let's be completely honest.
Dude, if I could see if they ever did M for mature, that we'd actually kill Pokemon. Like, I could see them doing that if they ever did that. And or it's gonna be made for the no joke, like mine and your age, where they're just again, I don't ever see them doing it, but what if they, language or adult themes, or I mean, they
Yeah. Oh god, they could make that so much more fun for the adults, but we don't know they'll never do it.
oh yeah.
I'm not
But
saying
and see,
Pokemon
that's
now
the
is
crazy
not
part.
fun for the adults.
In the back in the day, the original games, dude, they should have been rated T for teen. I mean, gambling. Do you remember that? Oh yeah, there was gambling.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Because that's the only way you could get Porygon in Red and Blue.
Yeah, the game corner, and they even kept it for Johto, right? Gold and silver. They kept the game corner.
I don't know. I haven't played
Yeah,
all the
they
way
did.
through.
It was a different game though. It wasn't the slots. It was I forgot what game it is, but it's a different game. So, I mean, a different time. I mean, you gotta know it's a different time when they get away with a Pokemon like Jinx.
But we already knew anyway. These younger generations are snowflakes.
I mean, yeah, we got away with some stuff in the back in the day with those games.
Yeah, we
and
did.
here's the bad part. They were even gonna try and get away with some stuff in X and Y. Have you seen the beta version of Mega Jinx?
Scared.
Jinx is bad enough as is.
I'm scared, but I'm going to look this up. It's bad when I'm scared.
Look up beta Mega Jinx. Or just type in Mega Jinx. You should be able to find it. Trainers, if you have not looked it up, and you're at least a T for teen, you can. But I guarantee you don't want to. It's not a design you want to look up. It's not a design you want to look up. Yeah, exactly. Jinx is bad enough as is. I mean, Mr. Mime is scary enough as is, but then they decided to make, a Galarian Mr. Mime. Yeah. Yeah. Now, speaking of beta Pokemon, if you haven't looked at any of the beta Pokemon, you should totally take some time to look at the beta Pokemon. There is a Pokemon that everybody wanted that we were robbed. We were robbed.
What gen?
Beta Pokemon, they could have been for any of them. But there was a beta Pokemon that, I know we were getting so off our script, but beta Pokemon, there was a peanut. There was a peanut Pokemon. Look up beta peanut Pokemon. We were robbed. I would have chose that Pokemon every single time it was available. It's like a peanut, and then it evolves into like a peanut version of Heliolisk.
I was put me in the mind of kind of like Breloom as well.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Why? Why? Why couldn't we have that? That actually looks awesome.
I know, right? I know. Let's see. I'm gonna look up some more because there are so many, dude. Like, we were robbed. Let's see images. Actually, I'm gonna go back. List of all of them.
This one, I will say, I'm kind of glad we didn't get because that's terrifying.
Oh, there are some that'll
And I'm not gonna
like give you nightmares, dude. Like, they will straight up give you nightmares. I'm glad we got the Chikorita and Bayleaf that we got. I'm glad the Hoot Hoot actually looks pretty good. The Hoot Hoot actually looks nice. The
What?
Noctowl, I'm glad we got the one we got. Let's see. Like the Mareep. Blossom's the same. Meryl used to be pink. Glad we got the Politoed that we got. Trying to find a really cool one for you. Let's see. Yeah, let me go back to Google. Images beta Pokemon. There we go. Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna let me send it to you or not.
Let's see. What's a
Maybe.
crazy
Yep. There you
one?
go. There you go. Look at those of what I just sent you. I'm glad we didn't get none of those.
Did you do it on Discord? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Pichu. Oh yeah, the
Giraffe
Giraffe
kind of
yeah.
freaks me out.
But I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool though. It is kind of cool. Porygon 2, I'm glad we didn't get that one. There was a baby version of Grimer. Yeah. The Leafeon is nightmare fuel. I'm glad we did not get that Leafeon. Okay, let me say this. We could make an entire episode, and people have made entire episodes off these beta Pokemon. They are crazy.
Yeah, we'll save this one for another one.
I think the next episode we do a live stream or whatever, we'll do a tier list. Bless you.
Yeah, I didn't even fully sneeze. I said watermelon.
Oh. All right, back on script. We'll get back on script. All right. So, we talked about Lumiose Tower. You got any more thoughts on Lumiose Tower? On that clip at the end.
With that and everything, like I've already said most of what I'm gonna say with that because I still say that could end up being like a actual PvP battle arena too.
I'm
just
so looking forward to it. If you're right, that would be amazing. Even if it's NPCs.
That was. I'd hope they do a mix of both, if I'm being 100% honest. But unless you're like battling your personal friend, you can't if you're a certain rank from battling NPCs, you can't battle anybody lower rank than you have to be either the same rank or higher if they do ranks stuff.
What if they did a battle royale version? Yeah. In this playstyle would be absolutely crazy, dude.
That would be.
Don't know if the Switch can handle that.
I don't think the Switch can. Maybe the Switch 2, but I don't think the Switch can handle it.
And see, the problem, the one thing I really hate is I don't foresee us getting any information to you know, uh, prove or deny these speculations until April. I think we're gonna get
April,
something.
May,
Well, I'm gonna say April because that's when the Switch 2 gets officially released. Literally,
supposedly.
no, like according to them, that's the reason why Pokemon Company, okay, to go into a little of the code, Pokemon Company, Game Freak, um, actually delayed ZA because Switch 2 is in the coding. They delayed ZA because Nintendo told them to so they could release it on Switch 2 as well. So when Switch 2 gets announced come April, because they've been given the go ahead, they're going for it. Actually, suppliers are getting the Switch 2 in hand, right? As we speak. But come
It,
April,
see,
they're going to drop all these different videos of like Mario and Metroid Prime. They might
but
show some more ZA.
what I foresee happening, though, if I'm being honest, like how it was when the Switch first came out, you're not going to be able to get a damn Switch 2 anywhere.
It's going to be, yeah. Well, and then see,
It's
it
going to be
also depends on the
mayhem,
price. It's going to depend on the price. Because if
even on
it's,
the price. Because you still know there's going to be them poachers.
I mean, you're true. You that's very true. That's very true.
Excuse
There's
me.
some
They're going to
crazy.
always have them. There's still people spend thousands and thousands of dollars to buy up consoles. They've done it with the Switch. They've done it with PlayStation 5.
I mean, you're
Where
exactly right.
like there's people that'll pay thousands of dollars to buy up multiple consoles just to go jack up the price and resell them.
Yeah, which is why, like,
But
I'm gonna wait until we get a special edition Pokemon, Switch 2.
Switch 2.
Yep.
Oh, I am too. I'm not just going to get a plain old Switch. I'm going to wait until there's a special edition like it was for the Switch Lite where they had Sword and Shield.
Yeah. Now,
But see,
unless
I
there's
don't
a like special reason why they want you to get a Switch 2 and ZA, but if not, I'm sticking with the Switch 1.
Yep, I'm switching with the Switch. I'm sticking with the Switch 1 until either a special version that comes out or there's a reason we have to have it on ZA.
Yeah. Yep.
It's see what I hope for when they do bring out the Switch 2. Like if you do like for me cuz I prefer to do the digital copies.
Yeah.
I hope they have a cross gen
What do you mean?
like with some of the games for like PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
There's a cross gen where it's one's for PlayStation 4, and if you ever get a PlayStation 5, you already have it for the PlayStation 5.
Oh, let's see. Now, Switch 2 is actually going to be able to allow you to play Switch 1 games on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get
So,
Legend ZA, and then they drop the Switch 2 come, we'll say Christmas or something, right before Christmas. We've already got ZA. Well, then we get a Switch 2 for Christmas. Boom. Pop ZA into Switch 2. Looks better, runs better.
yeah, but like for me, if it's digital copy, it might just transfer all of my digital
just
stuff
go straight
over to the
over.
Switch 2.
And like, even Scarvy, you'll be able to pop Scarvy into a Switch 2. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You'll be able to pop it in there and play it.
The funny thing is, that's the only thing I have a hard copy for. Everything else is digital for me.
I like hard copies. I do. The only
Well,
thing I don't have
see,
obviously hard copies for is DLC stuff. So,
but you can't get those hard copied.
well, you can, but they're actually on the, yeah. There's some of the games, the game discs where you get the whole thing on the disc or on the cartridge. Yeah. But I don't know. All right. So, the next topic that we're going to run into. We were talking about starters last time, right? we got stuck on the ZA starters that were shown to us. Now, I'm the more we talk about ZA starters throughout the community, I'm becoming more and more excited to see what happens with Tepig. I love Totodile and Chikorita, and I want to see what happens to him, but I'm so excited to see what happens to Tepig. But in X and Y, right? You get the Kalos starters, and then you get a second set of starters, which is the Kanto starters, right? Oh, yeah, you didn't know this. Okay, so I've never played, but I've heard everybody talk about this. When you play X and Y, you start out. Sycamore gives you the Kalos starters. You know, Chespin, Froakie.
I'm gonna find this out for truth.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, you get Chespin, Froakie, and Finnegan, right? That gets you right off the bat. Then it's like a little bit of time later, or right after that, you are given one of the Kanto starters. Obviously, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Then you're given a Mega Stone for the Kanto starter. Now, are we going to continue that trend in ZA? I don't know. It's based in Kalos. So we get the Totodile, we get the, and we're not even getting them from Sycamore, right? There's Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig. What if, and we were talking about this in the last episode, on that map there's a picture of somebody that you can't quite make out. What if it's Sycamore? What if Sycamore says, oh, hey, excuse me, take these starters. They're originally from Kalos. But the last time the ultimate weapon got fired, we started finding Mega Stones for these Kalos starters. Instead of Megas for the base CA starters, they get regionals. And then we get Megas for the Kalos that never got Megas. Which is a very big disappointment. But what if we get those Megas? That would be epic. Like, no joke. I would love to see a Mega Chestnut. Dude, Mega Chestnut would blow my mind, y'all. Blow my mind. And like, I was talking about last time, my pattern is always to go with the fire starters. I've always done that. But if we get Megas for the Kalos starters, I might just get a Mega Chestnut. I might break my pattern for a Mega Chestnut. Oh, that would be amazing. Amazing. Ah, I would be so stoked. I'm not even gonna lie. I would be so stoked. Oh, but Megas. And see, a lot of people have said, oh, what if we get Megas for the base CA starters and then regionals for Kalos? That didn't make any sense. At that point, I don't want Kalos starters. If we're going to get regionals, because they're already in their region, right? Oh, I think Panda had to go take a call real quick. So, y'all, it has been a crazy week. It really has. If y'all like Dr. Pepper, y'all should try the Blackberry Dr. Pepper. It's really good. And I'm not going to lie, C4, if you want to sponsor us, I will totally take that sponsorship. But anyways. Let's see. Y'all. Now, if we got Megas for the Kalos starters, I could only imagine, like, if they kept their typing, right? Greninja is water dart. Chestnut, I think, is grass and fighting. Yeah. And Finnegan is fire psychic. What if they became mega versions of that? You know, there's been very few that actually change their typing when they go to mega. Um, it's just, oh, so good. So good. I so want megas for those Kalos starters, y'all. Ah, so good.
Sorry about that, y'all. Had something kind of come up.
Ah, everything good?
Yeah, everything's good.
Cool.
It's for a good thing, though.
Ooh. Oh, snaps.
Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm taking that call right now.
I was telling the trainers, I was like, you know, if we got mega starters or mega Kalos starters, I don't think so. One of the biggest things that they were talking about, like different people in the community were talking about, was what if we get megas for the base CA starters and then we get regionals for the Kalos? But that doesn't make any sense because the Kalos starters are in Kalos.
It'd be vice versa.
Right. So the other thing I was thinking about was like most megas. There's very few megas that actually change typing. There are some, but very few actually change
Altaria is
typing.
one of them.
Yeah. Altaria is one of them.
Goes from dragon flying to fairy flying.
Yeah, fairy flying. Yeah. So I don't think we'll get different typings if the Kalos starters get megas. Because you think about it, Chestnut, grass fighting, Greninja, water dark, um, and then Finnegan, fire psychic. I mean, imagine if they got megas. I could see Greninja going super ninja version. Like, no joke, super ninja. Chestnut, I foresee, and I've seen several arts of this, like, it would absolutely make me happy. Not even gonna lie. A armored, like super armored chestnut. Like we're talking on its long arms, it's got shields with spikes and oh, it's epic, dude. It's epic. And I don't know if I've said this leaker's name, but do you know Riddler Coup? So on Twitter, there is a leaker by the name of Riddler Coup who, before ZA even came out, he was talking about the Paladin, the Rogue, and the Wizard. Okay? Paladin, Chestnut. Mega Chestnut, right? Think of a Paladin in D&D or Pathfinder, right? All armored, heavily ready for battle, right? That's Chestnut. A Rogue, sneaky, talented, Greninja.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Wizard. We play more into Delphox's witch-like look and everything. Maybe, and I've seen art of this one too, which would be really cool. Not gonna lie. Imagine Delphox riding like a broom or something. Or carrying a broom around, or maybe, you know, something. Maybe it has little fairy fires floating around it. Like, I could see if they played into these themes, these roles, they would be absolutely, positively, mind-blowing cool.
Oh yeah.
So, that's my prediction. We'll get Kalos Megas. Okay? Megas
We'll
for
get
the
Kalos
Kalos.
Megas and then region forms for the other three.
Yep. And I've seen a lot of predictions on those three as well. I think we're still the only ones that, excuse me, pardon me, are still
Have called
predicting.
what we've called.
Yeah. Um, everybody's actually saying either Embor is going to be, sorry, trainers, for all y'all just tuning in, on my left here on the screen. It looks like my right on the screen, but just to show you. Last video, and it's backwards because that's how cameras work. Grass Fairy for Meganium, Embor, Fire Steel for Alligator, Water Fighting. A lot of people have been actually saying For alligator is either going to be water dark or water poison, and Embor being fire dark. Everybody's sticking to the grass fairy. Yeah, I know.
But why are you going to go double dark starters? That would make no sense.
Well, unless for alligator's water poison. Oh, getting another call. But yeah, I've seen several different things. If you're in the chat, let us know what you think, cause y'all. So there is a chance for Kalos Megas. I want justice for the Kalos starters. Everything good?
I just throw my phone now.
I feel that. I do.
I am tired of spams.
Yeah.
I really am.
Oh, you should have let me know. I would have played with that. I have fun with those.
Oh, I do too. They instantly hung up, and I laughed with what I said.
I would have played. I mean, we are using mics and stuff. You totally could have thrown the headphones over the speaker and be like, "You're on the podcast PL295.7 show. Welcome. What's your deepest, darkest secret?" I would have played with that.
I can't say what I said to them. That's why I muted when I realized what it was. Because that would get us both banned instantly.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. Oh.
Nope.
All right, so we talked about the Kalos starters. Let's talk about the missing Pokemon on the National Dex on the Switch. Now, we were kind of talking about this before we got on to the stream. But there are a few lines in Pokemon that you cannot catch currently on the Switch. Those lines are as follows. Patrat, Watchog. I'm going to run through these. Pansage, Simisear, Pansear, Simisear, Panpour, Simipour. If you don't know who they are the most hated Pokemon in all Pokemon history. More so than Jinx.
Excuse me.
Like,
that's a lie.
What's the most hated Pokemon?
Well, no, I'm not saying all of those are the most hated, because there's one that I know that a lot of people do like.
Which one?
Pansage.
You know what? We're going to have to create a poll for this, because most of the community that I've heard hate all of them. Like, one is a least offender than the others, but they still hate it. Like, I have heard so many people say they are the most garbage monkey lines.
You want to know what I thought was funny?
Hmm.
When I first saw the 3 elemental monkeys,
yeah,
I was like, they literally kind of did their own variant of the first 3 EV evolutions, except for being electric, they did grass.
Weren't they in were they in Gen 5? I'm not sure. Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up, y'all. If somebody in the chat knows, let me know. All right, pulling up Cerebi. You got Victini, Snivy line, Tepig line, Oshawott line, Patrat line, Lillipup line, Purloin. Oh, yep, they are Gen 5. Pansage, Pansear, Panpour. Yeah, they were Gen 5. So, Gen 5, if you didn't know this, is actually like a complete reboot. Gen 5 is literally every single Pokemon on that list is supposed to replace all the original Kanto Pokemon. Replace. Think about it. I know.
Never.
I know. And that's why
Never.
at the time, Gen 5 was actually the most hated Pokemon gen. And didn't actually become non-hated until I want to say it's like 2017, 2018 maybe. But everybody hated it. Yeah, everybody. But literally, if you look at it, right? Buffalon. What's the Kanto original?
Tauros.
And like you just said, Panseer, Semi-Sage, Semi-Pore, just like Eevee with the 3 elementals, except in this case, instead of, pardon me, y'all, instead of fire, water, electric, it becomes fire, water, grass. Let's see, what else? You got Purloin and Liepard, the Meowth equivalent. Patrat and Watchog. Rattata and Raticate. The Lillipup, I'm not 100% sure on, right off the top of my head. Muna and Musharna. Drowsy and Hypno. P-Dove. Do you know that one?
Pidgey.
Yep. Blitzel. Ponyta.
Why did my mind instantly go Pikachu?
uh,
Well, Blitzel's electric type, so
it is, and that's probably where you went. And then Roggenrola.
Geodude.
Yep. And here's the crazy part. Are you ready for this? How does Roggenrola end up as Gigalith? You have to trade it.
Trading.
Yep. You have to trade it. Woobat to Swoobat.
Zubat.
Yep. Drillbur.
Diglett.
Yep. Audino.
Oddish?
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know the typings. I don't know Gen 5.
Chansey. Audino is a normal type Pokemon that in the anime even it was used, and I think in the game, I'm not 100% sure, but was used in the Pokemon centers in the place of Chansey. And here's the crazy part. Audino, and I want justice for Blissey. Audino got a Mega. Yeah, tell me how much sense that makes.
I know what Audino is now. Never mind.
Yeah. Timber.
I despise that Pokemon.
Oh, I know. Timber.
Machamp.
Yep. Time Pull.
Typing.
Water. Ends up becoming water ground.
Poliwag?
Yep. But in this case, what is it? He ends up becoming like water fighting. So.
Poliwrath is water fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Poliwag into Poliwrath ends up being water fighting, where these are water ground. They change a little bit of the typings, but it's the exact same. Throw and Sock.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Yep.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Sewaddle and Leavanny. It's Sewaddle, Swaddling, and Leavanny. This one could be a combination of a couple. This could either be Oddish, or it could be their version of no. It's their version of Caterpie. It doesn't look the same, but you have two bug Pokemon lines that are right beside each other in the Pokedex. One that's bug grass, which would be Caterpie to Butterfree, right? That whole line. To, you go Venipede to Scolipede. Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede, which is Bug poison.
Weedle.
Yep, the Weedle line. Um, this one probably could be. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know because they're only 2 stages. Could be Oddish and Bellsprout because you got Cottony into Whimsicott and Petalil to Lilligant.
See, there's a problem with that.
There's no third evolution, but they're 2 grass Pokemon that are right beside each other. And I think, but don't quote me, isn't the in the original Kanto Pokedex Oddish and Bellsprout right beside each other? Their
Oddish,
lines.
Gloom, Vileplume, Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell.
Yeah.
Literally in the line.
Yep. So you got Gen 5 just trying to reboot the entire franchise. Yeah, it didn't work. Everybody hated it. I mean, you got Basculin that was Goldeen, basically. Sandile, Crocorock, and Crocodile. That one, I want to say, could have been. That one's a little bit more difficult. I would.
That's a dark ground type. There was no ground dark in Gen 1.
No, but you had like Marowak, Cubone and Marowak.
That's kind of going
That
for a
one's a
stretch,
push.
in my opinion.
That one, yeah, I'll say that one. That one's a push. Darumaka to Darmanitan. That's Magmar. Straight up, Magmar. Maractus, grass type. That one I don't have an answer for. Unless, thinking about it, unless it was like Jinx. But Jinx is ice. I don't know. There's quite a few in here where
In
I'm
Gen
like,
1, wasn't in Gen 1, wasn't Jinx just straight psychic though?
I thought she was
Because
ice.
there was not in Gen 1 because there was no ice.
Yeah, there was.
Because not the very first gen, like not the remakes. No, it was fire, water, grass, psychic, fighting, ground. I believe there was only 6 electric, 7 bug. I think there was only 8 types in Gen 1. Because Gen 1, Articuno was just water flying until they did the remake. I'm 99% sure on that.
Could be wrong on my end. According to Google's AI, there were ice type Pokemon in Pokemon Red. The ice type was introduced in Pokemon Red and Green.
Red and green, that would be
Japanese, the originals.
So they had bug, dragon, electric, fighting, fire, flying, ghost, grass, ground, ice, normal, poison, psychic, croc, and water. I think, or was Jinx a psychic ice type? Because I could have swore she was psychic too.
I was looking. Yeah, there was ice because Cloyster was water and ice. Jinx, ice psychic. Yeah, so there was ice.
What? For some reason, I thought Cloyster was just straight water
Nope.
in Gen 1.
Nope, water, ice. I think what's been so difficult, and Dugong, water, ice. I think
I
what's
thought
been
Dugong
so
was just straight
difficult
water.
is the fact that ice type has not. It's not the strongest type, and I hate saying that because I would love to use a lot more ice types, but they're just so
yeah.
weak. They're weak.
The only thing ice type is really good for, let's be honest, grass, flying, and dragon. That's it.
Not even dragon.
Yeah, dragons are weak to ice.
They're weak, but I can tell you this much: when it comes to multiplayer competitive, VGC competitive, nobody's using ice. They'll use dragon or fairy. Ice
But
isn't even
you
a
know what I'm meaning,
viable.
though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's super effective.
I'm ta- I'm talking from Gen 1. I'm not talking about where they've added fairy and stuff. I'm talking about Gen 1.
I
Ice
know.
was one of your best bets for besides using Dragonite in the Elite Four. It was
Right.
Ice then.
It still wasn't strong though. Even like wasn't though wasn't one of the Elite Four members ice?
Yeah, first one you fight.
That's right. I always forget her because I beat her so bad.
Easy as
Yeah,
cake.
I always beat her so bad.
Literally, because Ice I think has 4 different weaknesses: ground, fighting, fire,
Uh,
and steel. With the new typings added.
Pokemon type chart. Just scrolling around Google. All right. See, weak against fire, strong against it, fighting, and rock and steel. I didn't know the steel part actually.
Yeah, I knew this. I thought it was ground, not rock.
No, rock. Which is, I guess that kind of makes sense because ice can be or
But you would
ground
think,
can be frozen. Rock doesn't really affect it too much.
but I was thinking that because, like, if you have an earthquake near with ice and stuff, it shatters it.
Uh,
An
takes
earthquake is a ground type move.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of
I don't know either.
looking over some of the things that people were saying because we're if Alligator was a poison type while I'm up here, I'm back to the starters. Uh, if it was a poison type, it would knock out a fairy grass type, but then it'd be
Because that,
counterclockwise again. But
yeah,
then we go back to the fact that poison and dark don't affect like they're it doesn't not affect each other, but it's just normal. It's normal
they're
damage.
neutral.
Yeah. So, but anyways, um, back to where we were. We got way off topic. All right, so there you've got the Pat Rat line that it's not in the National Dex. We can't catch it. We got all the elemental monkeys. We can't catch those. The last one is Furfru. It was originally an X and Y Pokemon. Is that not interesting? Like we can literally get every single Pokemon on the Switch except for these 3 lines.
Not yet,
Five
because
lines.
Furfru's gonna be back
X and Y. Or
in Legend
ZA.
ZA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been shown. And so is Pat Rat and Watchhog. Now quote me if I'm wrong or don't quote me if I'm wrong. Um
I
but
wonder have they put out.
I don't think there was a elemental monkey in the ZA trailer. I don't think. Could be wrong. But we don't for certain know if that's going to be on there. One of my biggest questions is, okay, if you get to mess around with Pokemon Home on your phone, right? You got the GTS trade. Uh, everybody's looking for what do they call it? The Osiris form Furfru. I think that's what it's called. It's like the Egyptian style Furfru.
I'm gonna share this. And this could be potentially wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna share this. Okay, like I said, this could be potentially wrong, and everything that's coming back for this is ZA's Pokedex, supposed Pokedex.
Right.
So you've got the Charizard line, Pidgey, Pikachu, Victory Bell, Onix, Kangaskhan, which we know, Onix we know,
Mm-hmm.
Gyarados we know because we've seen a Gyarados.
Yeah. We
We know
seen.
Meganium for
Yeah.
Alligator line because we've seen them.
Yep.
We know Ampharos because we've seen them.
Yep.
Altaria we know because we've seen them.
Yep.
Lucario we know because we've seen them.
Yeah.
Gardevoir we know because we've seen them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see Bagon yet. I hadn't seen nothing on that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You did?
Yeah, we saw
We,
a Shelgon, I want to say.
we know for sure Embor,
Yeah.
but it's not really in Furfru's right there. But
Yeah.
like, it's not show. There's not that does not seem they can't. This I swear, if this is all the Pokemon that's going to be ZA,
Oh,
that
you
is
know it's
not
not.
many at all.
You know it's
Oh, I
not.
know, but oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But if this is just like the base, so
I mean, this is all we know so
8.
far.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 8.
4, 2, 8.
My brain's not functioning.
104.
104 plus 5. That's 109
109.
Pokemon as of right now.
And see, the crazy part is, though, I think that's actually. No, because I think the original Kalos Dex was like
151.
79. Was it 151? The
The
original
original.
Kalos Dex?
That's what I remember is 100. Well, 150 technically. No, 151 because you could catch Mew.
In the original Kalos Dex?
Oh, and I'm not talking. Oh, my bad. I'm not thinking Kalos.
I was about to
I
say.
went Kanto. I went Kanto for some reason.
RN,
But yeah.
X, and Y. Let's find out. 69 new Pokemon available from launch in X and Y.
Well, mind you, this isn't new Pokemon. This is all. There has not been a single new Pokemon on this list.
Right. Well, this was the original X and Y, so we didn't have all the Pokemon we have now. So that back
Yeah.
then there was the thing called the National Dex, right? We all know what
Yeah.
that is, but back then it meant something different. Back then, you could trade your Pokemon up from red and blue to gold and silver and take your gold and silver and red and blue Pokemon, trade them up, and then Diamond Pearl drops, pull all those Pokemon up. Black and white drops, we'd pull all those Pokemon up. Each time they dropped a game, they had to put all the sprites in. So you could literally pull all the way from Gen 1 into Gen 6. Right? So in Gen 6, there was technically 450 Pokemon. But only 69 of them were new.
But you want to know what I think's funny? Which I don't think is going to be truth.
What's that?
I haven't seen Steelix on this list.
Well, and see, that's the thing. We don't know yet what all is going to be there. Now, we can be almost for certain if there is an Onix.
Oh, this is just
there's going to be a
because
Steelix.
Onix is right here.
There's going to be a Steelix.
But see, that's returning. Do they have anything? Let's see, let's do all available. See if there's a different list.
Now, here's my thing too, right? Are we going to see... now, this is the future, okay?
Felix, Heracross.
Oh, I'm looking forward to Heracross. But if this is the future, could we see Paldean Gen 9 Pokemon in ZA? You think we could see that? And what made me think about this, I've held on to this for many, many months, at least 6 months, y'all. At least 6 months. There was a clip, a tune that was put out that was based in Kalos. It showed the Kalos like sewer system or something. I forget. But in that video, in the foreground, not the background, but the foreground was a blurred out Nimble. A blurred out Nimble. Could we see a Nimble and low kicks in ZA? Could we see a mega low kicks? I'm not gonna lie, I was a Spide Ops fan. I didn't use low kicks, but I would be down to see a mega low kicks. I mean, imagine like low kicks gets maybe 3 times bigger with elongated legs for the fighting. I mean, that would be epic, dude, with spikes on it. Because, I mean, grasshoppers get spikes on their legs. And I think, don't quote me, but I think low kicks does have spikes. But what if it gets crazier? Like, usually megas overemphasize, like, major traits of a Pokemon. Altaria already has fluff on it. It gets even fluffier and even crazy. Yeah. Medicham, like, already is like, and then gets a turban and like crazy, like banners coming off of it, and he's still just like, you know.
Ampharos.
Yeah, Ampharos gets the crazy colonial wig. I love Ampharos, but I will never use its mega. Ever. I don't even care. I won't do it. I won't. I refuse. You can't make me. Ugh. No, CA probably could, unfortunately, with side quests.
I'm about to say, them side quests could make us where we have to use every mega form of every mega evolution Pokemon in the game.
I hope not. I really hope
I
not.
hope. There's certain megas I don't even too care for. Like, you don't like Ampharos. I don't like Absol's Mega Evolution. I really don't.
I like Absol's. Even though it's basic, I still like it.
To me, it's more when Absol evolves, he turns more into the emo kid. More than he already is.
See, I'd rather that than Kangaskhan.
Yeah, Kangaskhan I won't use either if I don't have to.
But now
Absol and Kangaskhan would be the two that if I don't have to use, I'm not using them.
I did hear that back in the day in VGC, Mega Kangaskhan used to be a beast. Like, a beast. But, yeah, there's just some Megas I don't like. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Alakazam Mega. Not a fan.
I'm not going to disagree with that either.
Oh, I could only imagine if they decided to make a Mega Drowsy or Hypno. Mega Hypno. That would be some straight up craziness.
See, Hypno already terrifies me as it is.
With the little pinch on.
Well, not just that. Like, between Hypno and Driftbloom, their Pokedexes and their looks freak me the hell out.
That was another thing I thought of. What if, if the A in ZA is actually a legendary Pokemon, and we were talking about the Lumiose Tower earlier being like a radio tower. Do you remember the episode of the anime back in the day where Team Rocket used a Drowsy to put the whole city to sleep? What if the A legendary is used to put out a signal to do like we were talking about and make every Pokemon Mega Evolve?
But what could be the legendary besides Zygarde?
I mean, this is something I think I brought up in my speculation video. is the fact if you look at the two letters, right? Zygarde
ZA.
is very the Z for ZA is very Zygarde ish. It's got like cells. It's got like little shapes, right? You look at the A, it's different. Like the Z's all black and it's green. It's Zygarde, but the A is like this florally grassy green with like veins from a leaf. And it goes from like a lighter white to a green. So I think, and it's going to be weird, but I'm wondering if maybe this will be a poison type legendary like Pekarant. And maybe it's grass poison, which would be kind of interesting. I don't. Actually, you know what? Let me look that up. I think. I don't remember the last time we had a grass legendary.
I thought we just had one in Gen 9. We did because Obi Mask. The mask one's grass.
Yeah, but he's not, or not grass legendary. Grass poison.
I don't know if we've ever had a grass poison legendary.
I don't think we have. I could be wrong. Ice flying, water, rock, ice, steel, dragon, psychic, fighting.
Yeah, no, there's no
Well, the closest poison one we've had was a Ultra Beast where it was rock and poison. Poison Dragon and Naganadel. Eternatus. Eternatus was
it's poison flying.
Poison Dragon.
Yeah, poison dragon, sorry.
Yeah.
But he wasn't poison grass. That's what we were trying to figure out.
Oh, wait. We had all those poison Pheasantipity, Monkey Dory, and Okidogi. But I'm still not seeing a poison grass.
I don't think we have had a poison grass type legendary.
Let's just look at poison grass Pokemon.
Let me just do grass poison seed because it's still going to be the same way, really.
Yeah. Zorora. No. Poison normal. Poison flying. Let's see. Venusaur was poison grass. I mean, we've had bug poison, basic poison, poison grass. Oh, or poison ground. Vileplume was grass poison.
Yeah.
Bellsprout, Victory Bell, all them.
So you got
Budew and the Roserade.
Roselia, Budew, Roserade, Fungus, Among Us,
Yeah.
Venusaur Mega, Venusaur G-Max. Those are the only grass poison types we have.
So, let's see. Amoongus was... See, I don't know if they do it, though, just for the simple fact of we just had all those poison legendaries.
You never know.
I mean, that's true. They broke the mold once before. They could break the mold again. Pokemon or Game Freak has the ability Mold Breaker. Oh, me. Yeah. So.
Huh. Even though we've just had all those legendary poison types, don't mean they're still not going to do grass poison. But at the same time is, if they're going to kind of stick with a lot of it where most of the legendaries, that they always have a counterpart. Zygarde's what?
Good question. Zygarde's
What
one of
is
those
Zygarde?
ones I've never used, so I'm not 100%
Why?
sure.
I don't know either. That's why I was asking.
Zygarde type. Zygarde.
Dragon Ground.
That's an interesting type.
Yeah, but that's. I think
So
that's. I don't know if that's what he is in his final form or not.
I think so. Let's
Or if
see. Weak to Dragon, Fairy, and Ice type moves.
yeah.
Let's see. Dragon Ground. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he's Dragon Ground the whole time.
Well, see, that would kind of work because ground is super effective against poison. So it almost makes sense with Zygarde in the area that the poison type legendary is hiding. Another thought, another theory that I heard today from Hidden Power was they were talking about maybe Lumiose Tower is being used to be another ultimate weapon. Because if I, and don't quote me, but I think the ultimate weapon was destroyed the last time they used it in X and Y.
Possibility. I don't know.
So I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities that we could be talking about here. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. Um, but unless, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I was waiting for you to be done so I could get this cliffhanger done.
Ah,
You forgot all about the cliffhanger, didn't you?
I thought we had already hit it.
No, I never dropped the cliffhanger that I was talking about.
Ah, okay.
So going with my cliffhanger from the last one, I'm half expecting, but this is just my um speculation on this.
Yeah.
But well, there's two different ones on this. So I'm half expecting where with the megas,
Yeah.
there's one that I'm really suspicious they're going to do because I really think they're going to bring them back for this
Okay.
game. I'm hoping they do, even though I doubt it, but I can have that speculation and stuff. Nido King and Nido Queen line, both of them megad.
Yeah, they don't have a mega, do they?
No,
Interesting. I don't.
that's one speculation I have is the Nidoran lines.
I want to see a. I want to see less of like gens 1 through, was it 1 through 4 or something like that, and more of like later
Five
generation
to
Pokemon.
yeah, but I also look at it as though like some of the older generations they still need the love too, especially from if they're gonna do megas and stuff.
See, I hold on. I'm gonna pull up a list of megas. Let's see. So you got the 3 starters from Gen 1: Gengar, Kangaskhan,
Yeah,
Pinsir, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Mewtwo, and in all actuality, Charizard got 2, Mewtwo got 2, so we're looking at 11 right there. Um,
did you say Alakazam?
yep. Gen
Okay.
2 has Ampharos, Scizor, Heracross, Houndoom, and Tyranitar. So they got 5. Yeah, 5. Gen 3 got.
Blaziken, Sceptile, Swampert. I know those three off the top of my head.
Oh, this list is missing some. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got to backtrack a little. Because these were all in the original game. Okay, so we said 11 for Gen 1. We missed for Oras. So we got 11. Beedrill, Pidgeot, Slowbro. All right, so that's actually 14.
14.
14 megas for Gen 1. Gen 2, we said 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Steelix. So Gen 2 actually only got 5. Gen 3, we said Blaziken, Swampert, Sceptile.
Gardevoir,
Yeah,
Sableye,
yeah.
Mawile, Aggron, Machamp, Meditech, Sharpedo,
Hold on.
Camerupt.
Machamp.
I got the list pulled up.
You mean
Not
Metachamp?
Machamp. Yeah, Medicham.
Was it Gen 2 or Gen 3?
That's 3. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the list too.
So
Dang it.
that's 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Meditech, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Altaria, Bayonet,
11,
Absol, Gale.
12,
That's 20 that I've counted. 3.
13,
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
15, 16.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
You need to look on this.
So they
Oh,
have
that's better.
20
Okay.
for
Cerebi has the better list.
Gen 3. See, that's what I'm on right now.
Cerebi has the better list. Bulbapedia. I
That,
like Cerebi. I like Bulbapedia. I like Pokemon Database. You kind of got to use all 3.
oh, I was wrong. Altaria was not fairy flying.
It's Dragon
Altaria
Fairy.
became dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Gen 1 we said
They've got
1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4,
3,
5,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
12,
10,
13,
11,
14,
12,
15.
13, 14, 15.
So, Gen 1 currently in the lead for Megas. Gen 2, 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5, 6. So they're last. Gen 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
20.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 20. Because it stops at Mega Rayquaza. And then
Yep.
Gen 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, I think Gen 5 and Gen 6 are. No, Gen 5's actually got the least. Or Gen 4's got the least. Then you go Gen 5 and it's got Mega Adino. And then Mega Diancie was literally the only Gen 7 Pokemon that got a Mega. And it's a mythical. It's the only mythical to get a Mega.
That's Gen 8.
Diancie?
Yeah, you can click on it. It says Generation Dex 8. So it's in it's in 6. It's in
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. It's in all 9.
Yeah, but
It's
it originated
in the
from
last 4.
6 and was a Mega in Oras.
And
So,
then Aldino was Gen 5.
yeah. And
I
that's
thought
the crazy
Abomasnow
part
was
that
Gen 5.
it's the only.
Yeah, Abomasnow's Gen 5.
Yep. It's the only
Glade is Gen
mythical.
5.
It's the only Gen 6 Pokemon to have a Mega. And that makes me think, what if Diancie has something to do with this? So everybody kind of looks into the different colors of the Pokemon Legends, title screen. Pokemon is actually colored like the crystals of Diancie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at it. Pink and white. Look at the
Hold up,
colors
I'm getting ready to.
of Pokemon Legends ZA.
Hang on, I'm gonna go look. So yeah, it's got the pink and gray, and then it's got the Zygarde black with the scales and stuff.
Yep.
And there could be 3 different between legendaries and mythicals in this.
Yeah.
If we're going by that.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, we could be dealing with a lot of different things. ZA could literally go so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if they dropped any more news on it. They show Mega Gyarados. That one, I don't remember seeing that one. The art gallery.
Well, you already knew if they brought Gyarados back, he was going to keep his Mega
Oh
anyway.
yeah. The Zygarde forms. Yeah. Okay, so nothing new yet. I didn't think there would be, but still. And you know Floette's going to be there too, but I think that was a Gen 6 Pokemon anyways. Yeah. So, there's just a lot of different theories, dude. Like, oh,
Yeah.
and the Megas. Like, Gen 1 having. I think we figured out Gen 3 has the most, but Gen 1's right behind
Yep.
him. Literally,
Yep.
Gen 1's right behind him. So, literally, those two gens, I hate to say it, but they don't need any more love. We don't need a
Well, I
Charizard Z.
that's why I never said Charizard.
Well, I
I
know.
never said
What I'm
Charizard.
saying though is Gen 1 don't I love Gen 1, but Gen 1 don't need any more love on that. I want to see more Gen 2. I want to see Gen 8 and 9 and even 7 mega love.
So I think they need 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Now, okay, yeah, I'll amend
I
that.
think it.
6 needs some love.
I will attest. I don't think 8 and 9 needs Megas right now. That's just my opinion on it.
I don't know. I really want to see it. I do. I
Oh,
want to see it.
I'm just only reason why I'm saying 8 and 9 don't because we just got those games.
I mean,
Pretty
that's
much.
right. That's true. But
But see, look how long it took them to give us when they first brought it out. That not all those megas came out when Kalos came out when they started with the megas in the first place.
yeah, that's
So
true.
some of the megas they built up like Gen 1. What those weren't all those megas didn't come out at first. Gen 2 didn't. Gen 3 didn't. Gen 4 didn't. Not all those came out right at. Oh wait, no. Kalos was the only one that had megas.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had
So yeah, no, they did.
Oras and X and Y. They literally during the Gen 6 era, where you had X and Y, where they introduced Megas, and then Oras, which was right behind it, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. They introduced
So
the
yeah,
major portion of those Megas.
but but see, that's where like it took them 2 games to get all those megas. But still, I think 2, 4, 5, and 6, and maybe 7 need the love for megas. 8 and 9, I think it's just too soon, in my opinion.
Well, and
Don't get me
see,
wrong. I would love to see a Mega Inteleon.
and it needs it. But okay, I'll amend that. I'll agree with you on Gen 8. I think Gen 9 needs it. Because I'm actually looking at the Gmax forms in 8, and 8 got a lot of love along with Gen 1, because Gen 1 always gets lots of love. Um, but
Hey, Gen 1's the baby. They're always going to get it.
they really are.
Let's be honest.
Because I mean,
Any new
looking at
games,
it,
they bring any new.
you got Charizard, Butterfree, Pikachu, Meowth, Machamp, Gengar, Kingler, Lapras, Eevee, Snorlax. Um, let's see, what else? What else? Venusaur, that's 10. And Blastoise, that's 11. 11 Gmaxes were Gen 1. No other gens except for Gen 8 got, and there was one Gen 5, and that was Garbodor. Which I feel bad for Gen 5. They always get the short end of the stick, but at least they're getting
Gen 5
something.
don't get no love. But yeah, but Gen 5 is the one that gets no love in any new games.
Now, I could see if we ended up going back to Unova, I could see them like America is considered the melting pot of nationalities. What if we end up with a melting pot of gimmicks in Unova? Right there by Alola, Hawaii, right? Z crystals. Then we get the gimmick of Terastal. Then we get the gimmick of Mega. And what else? What else? There's Z, Mega. Oh, Gigantamax, duh. I'm sitting here looking at it.
Dynamax and
Yeah.
Gigantamax.
What if we end? I mean, that dude. Something I just hit me. All right. So I always hear Trader Lumi talk about there was the World Championship where you get to face all these different trainers and gym leaders and Elite Four across the entire world of Pokemon, right? What if they
Yeah.
bring back that mechanic, that thing in Unova, and that's where this whole Pokemon Champions thing comes around. That the single player is kind of like that. Like they put some single player into Champions, but for all intents and purposes, it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Dude. All right. Anyways, uh, but I want to see. I could see Gen 9 getting some mega love. I do. I do believe Gen 6 needs it though.
Gen 5, Gen 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is what I'm sticking with. It needs the love for Megas.
I'll drop all the other gens if Gen 6 gets it. Because how do you.
But
Here's my thing. How do you give a gimmick to a gen and only one of their Pokemon gets that gimmick? That's like saying, oh, we introduced Terrasto in Gen 9, but guess what? Not a single Gen 9 Pokemon can use it. I mean, yeah, like that's pretty much what happened. Diancie is the only Gen 6 Pokemon. I mean, it's already a special case that it's a mythical Pokemon and it got it, but Diancie is the only one who got it. Not the Kalos starters, not none of it. None of them.
yeah, but that's where that's why I look at it though. The main two gens that need love is 5 and 6, in my opinion, because those are the two gens that don't get shit. Excuse my language on any of the on anything. Gen 6, 5 and 6 have gotten the short end of the sticks on everything.
See, I really don't want 5 to get any. I want them to come up with their own gimmick for that. I really do.
But why I'm saying that though, in any of the newer games, how many of the newer games has Gen 5 got really any love in?
I mean, is there any Gen 5 Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet?
I don't know. That's the thing.
And see, here's the thing. We can't even count Scarvy because nobody gets anything special. Everybody gets Terra, which is why so many people love Terra. And when it comes to Gen 7, everybody loves Terra. Everybody.
Can't say everybody.
If I had my choice, I would take Terra. Gigantamax is cool, but I'd still rather have Terra.
I don't even like Gigantamax.
I'd rather have Gigantamax over Megas and Sea Crystals. But I'd have Terra over all.
I'd rather have none of them. I'd rather have just the basic. Everything. I'd rather have the basic. That's just my opinion. I'd rather have just a basic, normal Pokemon. I don't like I don't like all this special stuff. In all honesty, I'll take it, but I don't like it.
I don't think we're ever going back.
Ever. We had it back. Well, when I say I don't I don't like anything that like changes typings and stuff. In my opinion, I don't like that because then that makes that way too easy. Because if you have like a Terra grass type, a grass type that can Terra into water against a fire type.
I mean, that's part of it.
To me,
it's more of a, and this is why a lot of people like it, is the fact that it can go back and forth. You could be all out offensive with a Terra, or you could be all out defensive. A lot of people actually. So, okay, let me ask you this. All right. Hisui and Arcanine. The two types.
My boy!
What are its two types?
Fire and rock.
It is actually the worst type combo in the entire line of Pokemon.
Because it's weak to water, ground, fighting,
it literally has the most 2 times weakness and 4 times weakness of the entire Pokemon history. And what do most multiplayer VGC players do? They Terra out of the weaknesses. And now Hisuian Arcanine has won regionals where 99.9% of the time it would never win regionals with its base typing. And we're not talking like these people gave it a different Terra type and stuck it on their team and never used it and it's considered a champion. No, they straight up used it in regionals and worlds and tear it out and used it. Like, that's why a lot of people like the Terra. Gigantamax, everybody thought it was cool, but when Terra came around, things changed. And things changed a lot better. Like for that example. I mean, if you were to say, like, I don't know, oh, offensively, super easy to use. I mean, right now in the VGC universe, and I really wish Game Freak had never made this Pokemon, Urshifu. Its ability is so broken.
Depending on which version you use, too.
Both. Because of its ability. You know what its ability does?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Even if you protect, it goes through the protect. Like, literally, what is it? Because I've been listening to Oko as well. In the VGC, literally, I can count on one hand out of the past 3 years where we've had Scarvy in the VGC where Urshifu has not been in the top 6 Pokemon used day 1 or day 2 in any streamed competition. We're talking regionals, we're talking internationals, we're talking worlds. Urshifu is overpowered. And people have taken the Terra and made them stronger. But then they've also, because people started trying to counteract it, used Terra as a defensive type.
But see, there's that thing, though. It's also, but even though with his ability and everything, but also the forms, one form is 10 times better, in my opinion, than the other one.
Yeah. I mean, if we're looking at a casual player standpoint, you're absolutely right. I totally agree. Either way, though, I think they're overpowered.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not overpowered, but I'm just saying if you're literally going head to head with, like, you have the dark type and I have the water one, the water one 9 times out of 10 wins.
Because of the surging strikes. Though I did make it a point when I was playing Isle of Armor, I made my Urshifu learn acrobatics. I was mean like that. Because as soon as you face, what's his name? Mustard, and he's got the opposite Urshifu, I was like, I was ready for that. I knew if I was choosing this type, you were going to choose the other type. So I made sure to teach it a flying move. Made quick work of the Urshifu.
That's one thing I can't wait to do when I get everything back under control. I'm going to re-get Sword and Shield so I can replay it again.
I completed it with my main profile. I'm replaying it with my second profile because I did some trading and traded my Zacian to get a Zamazenta. So, or no. I traded my Eternatus to get a Zamazenta. So now I'm going back through to get my Eternatus again. And then I'm going to go through an Isle of Armor and all that and do shiny hunting and stuff. But yeah.
See, one thing that I will say that I hated that Pokemon done, especially with Gen 9, you couldn't get the shiny starters right off the rip.
That has not been a thing for at least Oh, I think it's at least 3 gens.
You could get a shiny Litten and everything in a Alolan.
Not right off the rip.
Yes, you can.
You sure?
I'm pretty because I have a shiny Litten in my Moon playthrough. And I haven't got to where I can do any breeding. I'm pretty sure if that's the case, then I glitched the game bad.
Shiny starters. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Okay, so 2 generations because you couldn't do it in
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
That's what it says. Like, no, I know you can do it in 7 because I got a shiny Litten in my playthrough right now.
See, I like it and don't like it at the same time. Because I
And I
know
have a
why
funny
Game Freak did it.
Let's see, I have a funny feeling with this Legends.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the same way.
Oh, you know it is. You know it is.
Because Sword Shield,
Mm-hmm.
Arceus,
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet and Violet, and now ZA. I guarantee you all, because you couldn't do it in Arceus either. Because oh my god, I tried for several hours before I realized
before I try.
I didn't think because I didn't. There was not a shiny that I wanted on Scarlet and Violet. I didn't like any of the shinies for the Scarlet and Violet that I really wanted to try for out the rip.
Mm. See, I would
So
have
I
totally
didn't
went
know.
with the shiny Fuecoco. I fell in love with that little croc the moment I set my eyes on him.
Yep. Especially, I love not for alligators. Skeledirge is shiny, pretty much all pink with a little bit of white.
Yeah.
I wish they would have changed the flame colors. I really do.
It would have been kind of cool if they were blue flames.
Blue or purple flames, in my opinion.
Yeah, that could have been cool too. Now, one thing, and we're totally off script with this, but so Gen 10, right? When
Yeah.
I think we talked about it where we've been talking about could be a Greece Italy region. Have we talked about that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Possibly called Wind in the Waves. Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Waves. What if we ended up with a grass alligator starter? So if you look, somebody's done the research. Okay, there is a grass croc, or not a water croc, a fire croc. We now have a grass cat.
We had a fire cat.
We had a fire cat, so we need a water cat, which is just weird saying, but we need a water cat. What else? We've had a grass bird. We've had there was like 3 or 4 different ones. Like we've had that animal, right? But of the 3 elements. Like we don't have a single one completed yet when it comes to starters. But we've come close. So what if we end up with a grass alligator, a water cat, and we'll even go as far as to say we've had a grass turtle and a water turtle. We need a fire turtle. Squirtle, Turtwig. What if we had
Is
a
it bad?
fire turtle?
My brain completely forgot about Turtwig, even though I love my brain just
There's Turtwig, Grotle, whatever. And it's
and
right there.
Torterra.
There you go. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
love
right there.
Torterra.
I can see it. But yeah, we need a fire turtle, a grass alligator, and a water cat. That would be epic for Gen 10. Winds and the waves.
Yeah. Let's see. Like there's like we've had. Well, no, we've had a fire lizard. That's it.
Yep. Fire monkey.
Fire monkey,
Fire
water
pig.
penguin,
Yep.
fire pig.
Water otter. Water otter.
Osh. We've had
Seal. We've had
we've
a
had
seal.
a toad,
Yeah, frog. Yeah, toad.
frog toad breed.
Anteater.
Which one's the anteater for starter?
We've had a grass lizard and a fire lizard. Trico and Charmander.
Who's the grass? Gecko. Yeah. So we just need a water lizard.
Yep. And then
I
of
forgot
course
about.
we
Is it?
had Mudkip, which I don't know what he is. A mud skipper. That's what he is.
We've not had a water or grass chicken, have we?
I mean, if we wanted to consider them birds, we've had a firebird and a grass bird, but no water bird.
We're doing
Bird,
that's still bird type. We've bird type, so
Yeah.
because that's what Torchic is and what Rowlet is. They're both are both birds, so we just need a water bird.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. I'm trying to think.
Which one's the anteater starter?
Cyndaquil. Long nose. And then turns into a badger.
I can agree with the badger, but not the anteater.
Just think about it.
Cyndaquil.
That don't mean nothing. Unless it's
I know, but mine's going
not chinchilla.
what's that?
Hedgehog? But that doesn't look like it.
What?
Maybe a hedgehog.
Well, I was thinking the one that has the quills on the back that can shoot the
Porcupine?
quills out. Yeah, I was honestly thinking a porcupine.
Well, actually,
And now you're thinking about it.
no.
I still
Porcupine.
think it.
I don't see a porcupine.
I don't see an anteater.
The only reason I say the anteater is long nose and the way it's built, but I could also see a hedgehog because it's also got a long nose. And spikes on its back.
So yeah, I could see either.
But it goes in from like a hedgehog into like mongoose and then to a badger. Because Typhlosion's definitely a badger.
Oh hell yeah!
But Quilava is more like a mongoose.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
not a ferret, but a mongoose. Yeah. And then let's see.
You want to know one Pokemon that I really hope gets a Mega? Empoleon.
I don't see that one happening. I really don't.
Well, I'm not necessarily meaning in this game,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying eventually I want to see a Mega Empoleon.
I think it would be interesting, but I don't ever see them giving Empoleon that.
They have not given Empoleon any love. In my opinion, he is one of the best water starters.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe in a future ZA game, but I don't even see it for the next ZA game. Like
But you see what I'm talking about, though. Empoleon has had no love at all. He's not gotten a Mega, a Gigantamax,
neither is Inferno,
a Z move,
or Torterra.
Yeah, but I'm just talking water starters right now. I'm not talking fire or grass. Every other water starter has at least had some kind of love.
Popplio.
Z move.
Does it have a Z move?
Popplio has a Z move, I'm pretty sure.
Again, I quit playing from 5 to 7, so I'm not 100% sure, but I mean,
But I'm talking about anything special wise. I'm not including Terra because every Pokemon has Terra pretty much.
and then
But like Mega, Z moves, and everything. Yes, all of the starters for Alola has a Z move.
and then
But
if
yeah,
you want to get
Empoleon.
technical, Greninja don't have one either. He got love from the anime, but not Game Freak. Greninja had Ash Greninja, which was done in the anime, and then Game Freak did everything in their power to get rid of Ash Greninja. Ash Greninja no longer exists. In the Masters, they even made it to where every single flashback with Greninja did not have the Ash Greninja form. Period. Ash Greninja does not exist anymore.
Wow.
So, if you want to be technical, Empoleon, yes, doesn't have anything, but now Greninja doesn't either.
Yeah, so. But yeah, Greninja's a good starter, but out of the first 4 gens is what I'm talking about. I'm not. All the first 4 gens,
Mm-hmm.
Empoleon is the only one that has not got any love when it comes to water starters.
I don't know. I just don't think it's its time. Because, I mean, before ZA, Totodile didn't have anything either.
Eh,
Before ZA, Totodile did not have anything. There's no gimmicks. It doesn't have a Gigantamax. It has no Z moves. Terra is not a special thing. No Dynamax, no Gigantamax. Before ZA, Totodile had nothing.
True.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, technically. Empoleon got a little bit of love in Gen 9, not by gimmick, but they actually made it more VGC compatible with a ability change.
What ability did they finally give Empoleon?
What was it? It's competitive. I don't know. It's one of those moves that, like, if you try to change its stats, it actually makes it. It flips the script and makes it better. I think it's competitive.
I don't know that.
Yeah, like competitive is like one of those ones. Like, say if you try to use intimidate to lower its attack, right?
It would increase its attack.
Right. I think it's competitive. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it got a little bit of ability love, but like when we're talking regionals, gimmicks, yeah, nothing. Technically, as it sits right now, Totodile still doesn't have anything. We don't even know if it's
Yeah.
getting a mega or a regional. All we know is it's
But
in
yeah.
the new game. And that's like saying Chimchar. But I'm not gonna lie. Chimchar doesn't have a lot of love from some people. I know quite a few people that are not a fan of Chimchar.
See, in my opinion, though, I'd rather have had Chimchar over Tepig.
I know why they did Tepe for ZA. Because if I remember right, the pig has something to do with France. Like there's something special to do with pigs in France. Just like, now I will say, for the longest time, everybody thought Piplup was going to be in ZA.
I was hoping for it. Because if Piplup would have been the starter in ZA, you know what starter I'd been picking? Didn't care what the other starters were.
Well,
I'd be running my Empoleon.
You know the reason why they chose, or everybody was thinking Empoleon might have been in ZA, right?
Oh, why?
Napoleon. I mean, literally has Empoleon, looks French, and is named after Napoleon.
Yeah.
Just like, so
But
everybody was thinking Piplup because of Empoleon, Snivy because of the snake has to do with France, and then what was the other one? Fire, water, or no, fire, grass, water, or fire, water and grass. Fire would have been. It was not Tepig that everybody was thinking. It was Torchic because of the rooster. There we go. I got there eventually, y'all. But I'm actually glad we didn't get um, those three because I want to see others. I do. I want to see others. But oh, so we've been going for 2 hours straight again.
We always go down rabbit holes. What do we
I
expect?
know. I know. I know. So, is there anything else you want to talk about? We might just call it here.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for today.
Who knows what we'll do next week, y'all? But I am going to do the whole spiel. Make sure to like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you liked what you saw, liked what you heard, or if you want to put something else out there. We're all ears. If you got any critiques, let us know. But we're going to call it for today. We did a stream. I feel like we accomplished something. But all right, y'all. We shall catch y'all later.
Later, trainers.